Tied for 8th place in SmashPad's Best of 2015 awards is Splatoon. Are you a kid or a squid? Whether you're one of those or none of those, there really is a lot to like about Splatoon. The funny thing is, if you told us that a Nintendo exclusive online multiplayer shooter would grace our Best of 2015 list, we'd die laughing. Now we're dying laughing at ourselves, but in our defense, we didn't get to play the game when it was first unveiled at E3 2014. That all aside, Splatoon is about as great as it is colorful. At the forefront of all the attention is the game's robust online multiplayer, and while there are a slew of playable options, like Call of Duty focuses primarily on Team Deathmatch, Splatoon focuses primarily on Turf War. Turf War is simple. One team of 4 is represented by one color, the other team is represented by another color. The object of the game is to cover as much of the map in ink as possible. You have a large array of different guns, paint rollers, buckets, and all sorts of weapons at your disposal in order to wreak havoc on both the turf and your opponent. The turf being the most important. You can shoot, splash, and roll your way to victory, and it's all sorts of messy fun. As you can see here, it's all about the ink. Ink is your ammo. With the press of a button, you can morph into a squid to quickly swim and jump, all while reloading your ink. Players with more savvy will also be quick to note that the ink is also your main cover. So yes, Splatoon is probably the first and only shooter where reloading, camping, and escape are all done with pretty much the same button. Now, you can proudly lead your team in kills, and you can be the laughingstock of your team having died the most times. But if your team didn't make as much of a mess as the opponent did, you're gonna lose. While the game doesn't have a lot of the simple amenities other shooters have, like voice chat and the ability to switch weapons on the fly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need any of that. Splatoon is simple, and simple works. Throw in the fact that Nintendo has been hard at work with DLC to keep people playing, along with the Splatfest events every once in a while, and you have more than just your simple addiction. Okay, we're back. This is SmashPad's Game of the Year, number 8, or should I say tied for number 8. This is Splatoon, and I'm just going to play a quick match of Turf War just to show you what it's all about here. As you can see, I'm Team Orange, and I'm using the ink roller. It's actually my weapon of choice, mainly because I'm just not very good at third-person shooters. Again, as we said in the little Game of the Year spiel, it's not about killing anybody, it's about covering the map with as much ink as possible. So in this case, we want to make sure that as much of the screen is orange as possible. So you have some blue there, there's that squid rolling around in the ink. So the advantage of staying as a squid is the fact that you can be a whole lot faster, and you can just travel the map, you know, just pretty quickly. You're a lot slower when you're in kid form. The other advantage with being in the ink is the fact that you're hidden, and also going along with that, you're also reloading your ink. As you can see there, watch, I'm gonna just try to become a squid. All you gotta do is just press the left shoulder button, and you'll be morphed down there as I got sniped. So I just want to cover the base, and there we go. So there was a meter there. That meter actually indicates how much ink I have. So the more ink I use, the less that'll be shown there. So I just reload simply by, you know, pressing the shoulder button and just traveling quickly. So it's really your main method of cover. And not only that, it's your way to reload. So it's pretty interesting how a lot of the conventions in other shooters are pretty much merged here with one button. So Salt Spray Rig is actually my favorite map. As you can see here, we can go up the walls. And then this section over here is the northernmost section where most of the map is interactive. So I just got killed by somebody with a paint bucket. But basically, in this particular stage, if you're dominating the northernmost and southernmost part of the map, you should win the game. So if you see any of your opponent's color at all. It's best to cover it up. Of course, sometimes there's going to be spots that are covered by no ink, so you want to be able to cover that as well. And as you can see, I got sniped again. These snipers are actually pretty good. And then if you saw that torrent there, that was just a power-up that you can use with the R button. So if you're looking at the right there, my meter is not full, so I won't be able to use any special weapons. So we're running out of time, and this match is really cutting it close, so let's see what happened. Oh, actually we got dominated, and the cat will decide. Yeah, we got our asses kicked there. So you see them all disappointed, and then you get to see our ranking. So it shows you how many kills and how much of the ground you've painted and how many times you've died. So I'm DRVO, I got first place in orange. Normally if I'm first, that means we're second. But yeah, that's Splatoon for you. Stay tuned because we have other games in 8th place.